Hello, my darling rebels. I am more to me for life, and today we are back in RimWorld, and we are going to be discovering how to work a hospital, how to allow your characters to survive during the worst medical outbreaks. First, we've got plague and malaria. Easy to deal with. If you've got any type of medication, and even if you don't have medication, there is always a safe bet to make them rest until they are healed. Watch them like a hawk if they try to get up and do their normal activities. Put them back to bed. Do not allow them to get up. If you want to know how to do that, you right click, it says rest until healed, and you just click on that. You will still have to watch them because occasionally they will get up and try to do something anyway. But you keep clicking on that until they get fully healed. Secondly, how to deal with hypothermia and heat stroke. Heat stroke is easy. They have to cool off, either get into a cooler or strip them naked. Some people do not think about this whenever their people start getting very, very hot. They are wearing clothes. They may not want to walk around naked, but they will if you forbid all of the clothes in your settlement. Yes, go through, click all of the clothes, and forbid them to wear them until the heat wave is gone. Also, if you have a cooler, send them into the cooler, even if you have to draft them and stick them in there for a couple of minutes at a time. Allow them the chance to cool off. I wouldn't worry about the initial stages of a heat stroke, just the later stages would be a problem. Hypothermia, if you do not already know this right here, the torch lamp, actually produces a small amount of heat. See, produces a small amount of heat. This lamp, inside a small room, will heat it up, and I would say I don't actually have any more small rooms, but a very, very small room. I would say a 4x3. It'll heat that room up. And you can also place more than one. All it takes is a few wood, 20 wood, and they will reheat it. So that's one way of staying warm. And then you've got, of course, the campfire, and we've got the heaters for later on, and you can get some electricity going. Get them to a warm room. If you have to have someone drag them in there or carry them because they have fallen out somewhere, create a medical bed in that room, whichever room's warmest, and put them in there. Also, if you didn't know, these produce heat too. If you'll take a look down here at this icon, it's 65 degrees out here. It is 110 in this room. So these actually produce heat and will keep them warm. If you are in a biome that has ice areas, if you are in an area that has frost or early stages, that have a cold snap or whatever, possibly even put your beds in here and allow your colonists to sleep in there. That would also help. And it would keep them from complaining, because they will get negative moodlets if they get too hot or too cold. Also, I do want to do a biotic study, because I've got some biotics, I've got some people who want them, but every time I've tried to do surgeries of this type, my person has always died. So I don't know if it's because my character is not... See, I've got a 12, but this was really, really early stages. It was back when one of my other characters was still alive, the poor lady. But she didn't survive the operation. It was not pretty. The point is I don't have enough experience with the whole biotics thing to try and install anything just yet. I'm hoping I can get Rhodes higher level without dying. That way I can actually put in some effort into putting those on and seeing what kind of stat enhancements they put on them, what kind of medication it takes for them, how long is the recovery time, and is it even worth it? And as far as I have found, there's no way to produce those items, though there is a way to get more lungs and tissues. Say if you have a character like Lumpy here who's got asthma in both lungs, there is the possibility of removing one of his lungs and then putting another one in, letting him go around, heal up, and everything, and then doing the same thing on the other side after he's fully healed. If I had the medication and a good doctor, and I controlled which doctor was actually running the procedure, there's a chance he could survive and be better off afterwards. That part I have not had a chance to tinker with. If you're wondering where to get extra body parts, there are two ways. You can either buy them off the market, or if, say, you have a, I don't know, maybe a colonist who you are not planning on keeping, you can harvest their organs. If you don't know how to do that, you go to their operations and harvest the items. You can also do this to prisoners. Quite a bit morbid. I haven't quite gone there yet, but that is always a possibility. Say you have a colonist who is a very vital part of your colony. See, Holloway. He is a very vital, if I can get centered, he is a very vital part of my colony. If he was to go away, my hunting probably wouldn't get done as efficiently because he controls many of the animals in my colony. So if, say, Holloway was suffering from asthma, or if he lost an arm, or what some of these other things that could possibly happen, say he got punctured in the kidney and it was causing him problems, I can see me taking an organ from my prisoner that I don't plan on keeping anyway, or possibly selling, to help out Holloway. I can do that, because in my mind, it's justified. But there's also the possibility, if you're interested in silver, that you could harvest the organs from your prisoners and sell them on the black market. Now, I'm not precisely sure, but most of the slaves sell for about 1,000. Each one of these organs, I think, was right at 1,000. 500 to 1,000. And you can usually get a whole lot of organs out of a body before it dies. You would be surprised. I watched a video of a guy that was playing scientists that were supposed to be collecting as many organs as they could and then getting off the planet thing. That was his whole scenario. Anyway, he managed to get a lot of organs before anybody died. So this is actually a potential money market right here, if that's the way you wanted to go. Morbid? Yes. Profitable? Yes. So, there is that option. That is pretty much the only thing I had to say, except this is the steel hospital bed. This is something that you have to research, and the scanner that goes along with it is something that has to be researched. These two items, this bed actually takes you having medicine to build it. And you have to have a certain amount of crafting skill in order to build it. But this one actually boosts, let's see, it boosts your immunity speed, which means if they lay in this bed, they will get healed faster. But you have to have this scanning by the good heavens, can't talk, vitals monitor right next to it, and it only works one per bed. So they have to sit like this or on the other side, but you can't put another bed on this side and have it work both. It doesn't work that way. It would be great if it did. A lot less components. Okay, that is all I've got to say about the hospital. As soon as I have more information on the harvesting and putting in organs aspect of it, I will let you know. And as soon as I have a chance to actually get a high enough doctor to work on the biotics part, or the bionics. I think I've been saying that wrong the entire time. It's like antibiotics. I've been saying biotics. Bionics. If I get to a point where I can actually start installing those and see how those work, I will definitely do another video update on that particular part. But for right now, you have a wonderful day, a wonderful evening, and a wonderful 5 o'clock somewhere. Bye-bye.
You shooting something twice your size.
It was not twice my size.
Yes, it was.
Nope, it's kibble. And a horn. But it was pretty. Don't you mess with my horn! Get the fuck away from my horn. I know you help, but still. It's okay. Come here, let me pet you. It's okay. I appreciate your help. That's $3,000 sitting right there. Alright, well, 3,000 silver.